Okay, Nicole with the Aussie $2. Hey, Nicole, that's only worth $1.34 American. Do better. I'm just kidding. Thank you very much. Thank you for testing it. Okay, guys. All right, so it works. Thank you very much for the super chat. An Aussie 2 is worth $1.34 American. So an Aussie 2, that means that your money is, well, that means that, so your money's not as good. So that's good for me, right? To go over there, but it's not good for her or something like that. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so my money is better over there or something. All right, guys, we got a special guest calling in. He's gonna call in about 15 minutes. And so these police. So there's a guy sleeping in a car. I seen him here last night. About 30 minutes ago, he got out of his car and walked down the street. This guy, maybe about 10 or 15 minutes later, this guy goes to that guy's car and he's knocking on the door. And I'm like, who is that guy? And then he comes to my van and he's like, hey, did you see this guy walk out of this car? And I said, no, I didn't see anything. It's none of my business what he does. So I was kind of wondering what happened. Anyways. Prima Aubrey with the 199. Thank you very much, my dear. 199. Guys, I appreciate it. But guys, hold your super chats. You might want to use it for my guest. I will not tell you who it is until he calls in. So, just, hang loose, hang tight. I wanted to show you my cool hat that I got. Huh? Can anybody see what that says? Huh? Can anybody see what that says? Huh? Anybody? Anybody see what this says? Irons 11 with the 19. Wow, 1999. Wow, somebody's doing quite well over in jolly old England. Oh, thank you very much. Irons 11. Be putting that smack down. Well, I tell you what, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah. It says 500,000, no cheating. Right? 500,000, no cheating. We don't cheat on this channel. All right, guys? No cheating allowed. Thank you very much, Chief. That's right. That's right. 500,000, no cheating. I can't really tell you what that means. You got to figure it out on your own. But if you know, you know. That's right. Donna Rafferty with the $3 super chat. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Your mother. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Dustin's help channel. All right. Well, I will tonight before I go to sleep. I do pray, guys. I do pray. I don't pray a lot, but I do. So I will keep your mother in my prayers tonight. Sorry to hear about that, man. If I could trade my father for your mother's health problems, I would do it in a heartbeat because my dad sucks. But yeah, guys, just so you know, thoughts and prayers. Hey, sometimes maybe it does work. Who knows? Who knows? Because I know my prayer right now worked because the police are leaving. Oh, so they opened that guy's car up. So what's going on? I have no idea. Please don't say anything to me. Ugh. Stupid cops. I don't hate cops, but so they got this guy's car open. Is he so was he in the car all along? I wonder what happened. Is he talking to him? Is there another person in the car? I don't know. Hmm. I don't understand what happened. I'm waiting for this cop to leave so I can drink my beer. Leave, cop, leave. The one time I want to drink, and then you show up. What's with the fiber? $5 super chat. She's laying down some American money. Well, thank you very much. Oh, and Nicole with the Aussie. Nicole, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to challenge Irons 11 for my affections. Sounds kind of weird, but thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. So yeah. Thank you for the super chat, guys. I know I don't turn it on very much. I don't like to, be like turning it on too much. But tonight I wanted to turn it on because we got somebody calling in that you guys might want to, you might want to. Okay, did they leave? I wasn't even gonna drink tonight, but I said, screw it. I went to the gym. I worked out. All right, I worked out. My weight is coming off very slowly. I am so out of shape right now. It's unreal, but I don't know. I was trying to like go hard for the last 6 weeks of the year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because of my schedule, but cold, rainy New Glarus, Wisconsin. New Glarus. Never even heard of that place. Well, I don't know. But yeah. $99. Well, no, isn't money not as good as yours? So wouldn't your money? Oh yeah, your money goes further with us. Wait, no, I get confused. So if you took $20 in or 20 pounds, which a pound is what you weigh, it came over here. It's worth 25. Yeah, because your money's better than ours. I don't get how that works, but whatever. Thank you very much, Dustin's Help Channel. I appreciate that. What's your channel about? How are you helping? What are you like? Do you show people how to do stuff? Or? Yes, the person is an inmate. We've had him on before, but it was a while back. So he's gonna call in again. Because we were talking on the phone. I'm like, why don't you just call in? We could talk. So we'll have him on for 30 minutes, and then if you guys want to super chat him, ask him a question, send him $2, like ask him a question or whatever. Actually, one of his videos will be on my channel in about a week or two. I'm gonna put up a story that he talked about. With the 199, very much. All right, JT Hunter is in the building. So he'll be calling back in about 5 minutes or so. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Your friend lost her son to an OD. Yeah, man. Dude, it's bad out here. I mean, I don't know because I don't do drugs, but yeah, no, a friend of mine, her ex-boyfriend died. I think earlier this year. I think she said she was gonna go visit him, and I think it was something like that. It was something weird. Yes, I do have a beer belly. It's quite bad, and it does not look good on me. And I'm trying to lose. Well, I mean, right now my goal is I guess about 35 pounds, 35, 40 pounds. If I can lose 35, 40 pounds, then I won't be as fat as I am now. So, but beer is not helping. What's a British sterling? Sterling silver? Your son killed your daddy Thursday night? Damn. So now we're getting trolled. Now we're getting trolled. Wow. I'm even getting trolled on this channel. That's really sad. Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's he should be calling, guys, any minute. Any minute, guys. I mean, guys, this whole entire year, I have not I have not drinking very much at all this entire year. This is the least I've ever drank in my life since for the last 15 years. I think I can count on both my hands and my toes how many times I've drank. I don't think I've drank 20 times this year. I don't know. I think it's close. I don't know. So I don't know. You covered the Joel Guy Jr. murders on your page. Wish you could watch it. Well, the problem with that is, well, I already did the video, so I can't watch your video because I already did it. And I don't like watching true crime people because, well, I'm just not interested. But I tell you what I'll do. How about we do this? Kale will send me a link to your channel, and then she will text it to my number, and then I will look at your channel right now. And then that reminds me of a series of videos that I want to do. I have to get off my butt and start doing them because I had a good trollish idea to start doing videos. They're very clickbaity, but I think it'd be kind of fun in a true crime murderous kind of way. Can Kale please text me the link to her channel. Munchie Chi, long time no see. What's going on, my friend? How's the wooden bowl business doing? Wooden bowl business. He handcrafts wooden bowls. I guess they're ornamental bowls. So, these bowls you're not eating cereal out of. These aren't for eating. These are for like decorative bowls. 235, 240. No, I'm bigger than that, unfortunately. By the end of the year, let's say if I don't drink, which, I'm only going to drink once a week for the rest of the year. If I, at least go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week and stay on my diet, by the end of the year, I don't think I'll be under 240, but I should be in the 240s. Depends on how hard I go, and I don't have time to go to the gym because in about sometime next week, I gotta drive all the way from Oklahoma to California. So I'm not gonna have I'm gonna try to give myself 10 days to get from basically from North Texas up to Los Angeles. That's almost 1,800-mile drive. So if my van breaks down, I'm screwed. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I haven't seen that guy. I haven't seen Dodgy on here in a long time. Or the other channel. Maybe it's been about 2-3 months. I'm not really sure. So hope he's well. Langford Funeral Home. I actually went there about 3 weeks ago to see if it still smelled. The video will be out sometime in a week. I just went to go see if it still smelled. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. You have to watch the video. Video's only like 4 or 5 minutes. So, but as of right now, it is available for lease. They want $5,000 a month for it. So, if somebody wants to set up shop, open up a new funeral home there, you could. Please, can you turn your brights off so I can drink my beer in peace? I hate these new like LED high beams on these new cars. I can't stand them. Can't stand them. So, anyways, he should be calling in any minute now. There he is. Yeah.
This is a prepaid call from an inmate in the Grafton Correctional Institution. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, your current balance is $25.
Okay, let's.
This call is from a DRC correctional facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Utilization of an unapproved application and free.
All right, so let's turn those.
violation of DRC policy. Thank you for using. Yeah. Thank you for using GTL.
Hello.
Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, my brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys? We have Inmate X in the building. Inmate X. Give a round of applause for Inmate X. This man has no name. He's only known as Inmate X. I'll introduce you to him real quick. So, me and X, we'll just call him X. We've been talking on and off on the phone for what, about a year and a half?
Yeah, a year and a half now. Yeah.
Okay. Now the rules of this are as follows. So we're not going to talk about his crime, because we've already recorded that story. So that story, it's going to be a while before that's, but one of his stories will be uploaded on the AL channel. I'm going to try to get it up next week. I just, because I've been kind of busy driving a lot and stuff like that. So there's a really crazy story. Well, he has a few of them, but this one, so I'm going to put up the video, Inmate X, you remember that guy that was supposed to get you some stuff and he didn't pay you, so you.
Yeah.
So.
And you're talking about the one in Lucasville.
Yeah. So we recorded that one, and then I know there was a one about a guy who he had he owed you some chew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got that one, and then there's two of them. Yeah, there was one, and there was two different places, but this one, yeah. Yeah, and then we're going to and then you got some more stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got
plenty of stuff for you.
Yeah. So guys, yeah. So if anybody wants to ask him a question, send it in the super chat. Any super chat that you send right now, I'm gonna send it his way. So he can buy. So whenever you're able to get money on your books, what do you do with the money? What's the first thing that you buy? When you get money on your books?
Food, brother. I buy food, and of course I have to have laundry detergent, cosmetics, But it's a tough world, as far as money in the joint, and so I like to buy some tuna and some meat, like summer sausage, or some I like danishes, like apple, and I like a little candy, here and there. But the main menu is soups and chips, or the prices of everything has went up so high now. It's really tough, though. They haven't raised state pay, and you still only make $18 a month, and so.
You get $18 a month. Is that what you get paid for the job that you do where you're locked up at?
Yes, that's it. $18 a month.
What's your job?
I'm a third shift. I'm a third shift floor guy. I do waxing and stripping.
What like a floor buffer?
Yes.
So third shift. What's your schedule?
Well, I can be out all night if I want to be. I can be out till 5.
Okay, so you sleep during the day and then you work at night.
Yeah. I usually sleep until about 11:30, and I get up about that time, and
okay,
start my routine. Yeah.
I have a question. What's the most disgusting thing that you ever had to either clean up or that you've seen? Not like a violence thing, but just what's the most, or what's something that that you might have to have cleaned up before that you're just repulsed?
It actually caused me to hurt somebody one time, but because I cleaned the range. You know, it was my job to clean the range, and I was going back and going in for the night. So I went back and went in for the night, and then they called me and tell me, "Hey, you gotta go back to work. They're calling you back to work for something." I said, "What?" I go back to work, and when I get back to work, they tell me, they say this guy is flooding the range, and there's piss and shit floating down the range. And I say, okay, what cell? So he told me what cell, and I walked down there, and I just yelled out loud. I said, "Open cell such and such," and they opened the cell, and he didn't see too well for a while after that.
Okay, so we might record that in a story, because that's kind of I need that audio. So remind me next time we talk. I want to record that story. So basically, this guy was flooding his toilet, and then you have to clean up the human excrement.
Yeah, after I had worked all day, I had already worked 8-hour shift all day, you know, and then I go back, you know, take a shower and everything, go to sleep, and I get woke up and told I'm gonna go back to work. You know,
okay. All right.
Yeah, but that was in my old days. I was a real hothead.
Yes, and we'll get into that in a minute. So you do have a question? Somebody gave you $5. All right, that's
what?
Yeah, go to the no. She gave you $5. Her question is, do they steal? That's a good question. Do they steal other people's food in prison?
Yes, they do.
How does that work?
Yes. Like, okay, they pick out. They'll pick out they'll pick out somebody that's weak. Like they wouldn't dare do it to me. But they'll pick out somebody that's weak, you know, and they'll go to their cell, and they'll go in there just like you're breaking in a house. They'll go in their cell and rob it, you know, take any food that they have that they bought at commissary or something like that.
Okay, and they'll just what do they do? Do they extort them, or do they just literally like take it out of their locker?
Well, in this day and age, what they do is they steal, because you know, this day and age, you know, the weaker guys, you know, they're definitely going to go tell on you, you know, and so you're not going to get away with anything.
Okay.
But or they get somebody like me. They'll pay somebody like me or something to protect them or something. But I don't get into that lifestyle anymore, you know, as far as protecting people and stuff, because I'm not looking for trouble. I'm trying to go home. I go to the board next year.
Okay, and we're going to talk about that too. All right, so we got another question for $5 from Back the Blue. All right, he wants to know, do you get Secure Pack where you're located?
Yes.
Okay. What's Secure Pack?
It's like he means like he's talking about like a if I'm not misunderstanding him, he's talking about like a food box or something like that, or a clothes box. Is that what he's talking about?
He just said Secure Pack. I'm guessing that's what it is.
I don't know what Secure Pack is unless it's that, you know, because they send like they have companies you can order from, you know, and stuff like that, and inmates can get it. But I don't know if that's what he's talking about.
I mean, it sounds like that's what he's talking about. It's and the story about you with that other guy. Mm-hmm. That was. I mean, we're just gonna play that. We're just gonna play that video when I put it up on my channel. But
okay.
Yeah, but that was that was it was a quick story. It's like 5 or 6 minutes, but it was rather intense. And let me say to anybody listening right now, X right here. So you referred me. Wait, did you refer me to Nintendo, or did Nintendo refer me to you?
I referred you to Nintendo. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know that Nintendo's like not doing good right now, right?
I know he got rolled out to another place. I don't know what happened to him. No.
No, right now, dude, he's paralyzed. He can't walk. He has some
What
kind of, I don't, dude, he got like some kind of weird nerve disease or something like one day.
Oh my God! You know, he only had one eye when he was here.
Yeah, no, I recorded. I got like 3 stories recorded with him, but
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna take a while, dude, because when I was in Ohio, you know, dude, I was so busy and so swamped. I'm gonna try to get back out to Ohio to record the video part. But yeah, he's at a medical hospital wing of something. Yeah, he can't walk right now. Last time I talked to him, I'm gonna message him to tell him to call me sometime next week. But yeah, he said he can't walk.
If he's in a medical hospital, he would probably be in CMC in Ohio. I mean, in Columbus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Franklin Medical Center.
Yeah, that guy is a trip.
That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. You tell that guy I said hello, man, and I pray he gets well.
Yeah, I'll let him know. He was asking about you, and so you referred. So a couple people. Do you remember? What was that? What was that kid's name? I did his interview. He killed his dad.
Oh yeah, the one. Yeah, he killed his dad with a hammer.
Yeah. What was his name again?
Yeah, and man, I forget that kid's name, man.
I got to tap in with him.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
You got it down. You got his name on I know you got it on video.
Oh yeah. Oh, Nathan Moynihan.
Yeah, Nathan Moynihan. We called him something else though. I called him something else. I forget what it was. He had a little nickname.
From what I gathered, because I haven't talked to him that many times, but we're gonna have him like back on. Is he like a quiet person? Like he keeps to himself? Like what's his personality like?
He's very quiet. You know, he's a loner, but you know, and but he has a notion to get into something here and there. You know, he has a notion to get into something here and there. You know, he just like anybody else, just gets bored and wants to do something. You know, but I was really shocked about the story he told me though about his where he had to kill his dad.
Yeah,
but his dad was really animalistic against him though.
His dad deserved it. Yeah, no, I went to the house. I went to the house where the crime was committed. It was in Akron, right? It was like 2 blocks away from the Hells Angels clubhouse, and it was.
He was a.
No, go ahead.
The last, there's a few Akron guys here too. Like, matter of fact, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I live. There's Hells Angels right here where I'm at. I know them, talk to them personally. You know, but
are they respected in prison where you're located?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can't mess with them here. They'll hurt you. Matter of fact.
Because it's totally the opposite in California. Like they have no rank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not a gang thing or anything. Like it's not like a gang thing. You know, these dudes are they're brothers. You know what I'm saying? They live in different places. You know, they speak with each other. Blah blah blah. But like here, if you're you'd have to be pretty foolish to go mess with one of them guys when they have a whole family on the street. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
you got to get out of prison one day, and that's a bad thing for you to mess with one of them guys. So.
We got another question from Nicole. She lives in Australia. She sent you five Aussie dollars, which in American money, that's 32 cents. But hey, it all adds up at the end of the day.
Yes, it does.
That's right.
Hey, yes, it does.
That's right. That's what we like to hear on this channel. We like to hear enthusiasm. She wants to know, is there many fights around you? If there is a fight, do you stuck? Oh, okay. So basically, she's asking, is there a lot of fights where around you? And if there is a fight, do you just like stay out of it, or do you stick up for the person who's fighting? Like, what do you do?
Well, what I do is if it's somebody that deserves to get their ass whooped, somebody that's starting something or whatever, blah blah blah, I stay out of it, But if it's somebody that's weak and there's a bully just picking on them, I have a tendency. It's just in my nature. I have a tendency to stick up for them and make them leave the guy alone. I mean, I've ran across the yard before into a gang of 3 guys at the same time and told them, what's up? You got a problem with this little dude? Leave this dude alone. You want a problem with somebody? Work with somebody that can work with you. Let's go. What's up? I'm knocking you out first. What's up?
Hey, somebody gave you $20. They don't have a question. I'm sure it was for you. It couldn't possibly be for me. So you got $20. All right.
Wow.
All right.
Well, thank you. Thank you, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Tell them I said thank you.
Well, yeah, they can hear you. He says thank you. And since Miss Rose didn't ask you a question, I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
Let's see, $20. What's let's see. Okay. Not really a question, but let's talk about what other inmates have said about you. Now, I forgot originally who did I write you a letter, or did somebody refer me to you?
You got on my J page. Somebody told you about who I was, and you was interested in me.
Okay, so I want
matter of fact. Hold on, back that up. You did write me a letter and told me that somebody referred me to you.
Okay.
And you was interested in me, and you told me what it was about, and I called you. Yes.
Okay. So yeah. I've probably talked to, I want to say, through the grapevine or whatever that's saying, like at least 3 or 4 dudes who know you and how you operate, maybe even 5. Mm-hmm. And they all say 2 things about you. You're a good dude, but you're a hothead. Like anything sets you off. They all, none of them have questioned your character. None of them has said this guy's a jerk off or whatever. But they say he's a good guy, but he is freaking like tense. Like you walk around like you're waiting for somebody to do something stupid so you can kick their teeth in.
Well, the thing is this, brother. You got to understand. I'm 5'6", 147 pounds. And if a guy don't know me, then he automatically thinks, oh, this little guy, he can get away with something or something. But when they try me, I turn on a dime. And they see, and they're like, "Oh my God, man! I didn't know, man." But the thing is, this is how I am in prison, brother. This is the atmosphere that I grew up in. This is what I know, and it's a thing where you're gonna fight or flight, and I'm not running nowhere, and I'm undefeated. I'm literally undefeated in the joint.
So you're saying you've never lost one single fight since you've been incarcerated?
Not one. I've not lost one single fight. And I was a champion in the ring for 5 years.
Of all the guys, like, I haven't talked to a lot of people incarcerated. Maybe I've talked to 40, right, over the last 2 years. Only 2 guys have ever said that they're not only a good fighter, but nobody could whoop them, and they've never lost. You and this black dude, he's locked up he's in like Pennsylvania. And this guy, he's a black dude, 5'8", he's about 150 pounds. He said never, and it's funny because this guy's like, he goes, I'm a nerd. And he's locked up for like, it's not like a horror. I think he's like locked up for like manslaughter or something like that. It was like the story's like, wrong place, wrong time.
Murder.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. And he said never in his life. And he's like you. He's not bragging. He's just telling you how it is. He said never in his life.
Yeah, I'm not bragging.
Yeah, no, you don't brag, but you're saying like, like, don't mess with me. And the people that I've spoke to about you, yeah, like, that's not the guy to mess with. But also people like, they're cool with you, but they're waiting for you to like, to rage. It's not like they're walking on pins and needles or eggshells with you, but it's like, all right, tonight, for instance, you were playing cards tonight. What happened?
Yeah. Well, I was playing cards, and this gentleman snatched a paper and a pen that was beside me on the table. And said, "Man, I'm gonna take care of this, man." Blah, blah, and I snatched it back very instantly, and said, and stood up, and you could see I went into a rage, inside, my whole demeanor changed. I said, "Don't you ever snatch nothing from me, man."
Why did he snatch the paper? Like, what was the prep? Like, what?
Well, we were just playing cards. We were playing cards, and I was keeping score with my pen and my paper. Okay, and the guy decided he wanted to keep score, and he just snatched the paper.
And that's a no-no. Like that was your pen and paper,
yeah.
And he snatched it from you.
Yeah, you don't take nothing from me. Who do you think you are? You know what I'm saying? I said, and I told him, I said, I ain't never lost a fight. I said, I'm undefeated. I said, even when I was in the ring fighting, I never lost a fight. I said, and I whooped people out of my weight class because they didn't have nobody else in my weight class for me to fight. I said, you don't snatch nothing from me. Don't never do that again. And he was like, "Oh, okay, and everybody's like, "Johnny, man, calm down, please, Johnny." And I'm like, "Hey, it's cool, man, it's cool." And I shook the guy's hand. I said, "It's cool, man, but don't, let's keep this, let's keep this humble, brother." And I'll let it go.
When you're prepared to fight, like, let's say, for instance, the guy said, "F you," like, we're gonna go into the bathroom and fight. Is there any kind of nervousness with you?
No, because I'm not. It's instantaneous with me. Like I don't give myself time to make myself nervous or think about it. Like with me, if it's either I'm gonna let it go or I'm gonna do it. And if I'm gonna let it go, I'll turn and walk away. But if you follow me, then you're asking for it, and I'm not going to give you a chance. But if you come toward me like in an aggressive manner or something like that, I'm gonna flatline you right there.
What makes you so dangerous? Like, just analyzing yourself. Like, what's the number one thing that people like that makes you so dangerous?
the number one thing is that I don't look like a great big man. I don't look like no great big tough guy or nothing like that. You know, I'm muscular. But I wear clothes. You know, and I keep myself covered. But you don't expect from a little person. You know, it's like a sleeper, a car. You got a car, a Cadillac. Say you got a Cadillac or some other luxury vehicle, but you got a racing engine underneath it. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's me. I'm like a humble looking guy. I'm like a little guy. You know, that if somebody looks at me and they don't know me, they don't know the skill that I hold. They don't know how quick my hands are. They don't know how fast I can put them down.
And when you go to, like, let's say you fight somebody, where are you trying? What your first thought is? You want to put them down. Where are you hitting them? Like, where do you aim for?
Well, a lot of times I hit them in the body first. I've dropped guys with body shots. But for the main part, I hit them up under the cheekbone, right up under your eye. A lot of people say the chin. I get the chin just as well, but me being shorter, when I come up, snapping the head back, I hit under the eye, under the cheekbone with my right hand, and I hit hard. I put my body into it fast, and I've knocked guys out over 200 pounds, over 6 foot, with one punch. It's just, you know, it's a matter of adrenaline and speed.
We recorded a story, where, and I remember the story kind of, but it was a long time ago. We recorded where there was a black dude, and tell us the story, because that story won't be up for quite some time. So,
okay,
what happened?
You talking about the one I knocked out?
Didn't you knock all of them out?
Okay. No, you're talking about the big one I knocked out in Louisville.
The one in the shower.
Oh,
like he went to the shower. Like, yeah, that one.
Oh, this one. Okay. Well, I was walking through the chow hall, and I was young, and this guy was great big, you know, and you know my size, I'm little, and he decided to I feel somebody's palm touch my ass, and I just turned around calmly and looked up at him. I looked up at him, and I nodded at him, like, okay. And I turned around, and I walked through the line, and I put my tray down on the table for whoever wanted it, and I walked back to the block.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Ah!
I went in.
Go ahead.
I went in my cell and made a knife, and when he come back from chow, I said, "You backstairs." He said, "Oh, you want to see me? I'll whoop your ass, punk." He come to the back, and he was flying like Superman, trying to get away from me. And he went in his cell. He tried to tell on me, but the cops wasn't on it. And
hey, X.
minutes later.
Hey,
Yeah.
Let's finish that story later. Hey, call me tomorrow, like whenever you get up, and I'll get you paid.
Okay.
All right, have a good night.
Yep.
All right, peace.
Be good, brother.
All right, later.
Love you.
Okay.
Thank you for using GTL.
Okay, so So just okay. So we recorded this story. So by the way, so this guy, like I've talked to at least 5 guys who because he's referred at least 5, 7, 8 guys to me. They all say the same thing. Like you can, like, it's just I always know what they're gonna say 2 things. He's a cool guy. Literally, like, so if you're incarcerated with him, like, he's cool and what's going on, but like, let's say somebody new comes into the area, if they do something to piss him off, everyone's like, they're like, oh crap, this guy's gonna fly off the handle. His fuse is this short. It's ridiculous. I wanted to thank you, Felicia. Do you mind if I guys, hey, listen, thank you, Miss Hawkins. I appreciate it very, very, very much. And listen, I've talked to this guy, not the most, the guy that I've talked to the most, he's out in California. That guy, we might have him call in a few weeks. That guy's a trip. Him and the other guy in California, I've spoken to the most on the phone. And every guy that talks about X, they all say the same thing. He's a good dude, but man, boy, let me tell you what, don't do anything stupid to him. Don't cross him. Don't, like, disrespect him. Like, see how he was playing cards and the guy, like, snatched the paper and the pen from him? Don't do that. Because, listen, this guy, he has a parole date in November and he's already been denied parole like 4 times. So this is his 5th time. Dude, he's like 55 years old, or 54, 55. He's been incarcerated since 1990 or 91, one of those. So he's been locked up for almost 35 years now, right? I think he was only like 22 when he got arrested, and let me say this. So I'm going to try to get that video of him on the main channel next week. Yeah, he's got a lot of little stories like that where it's just like he's told you, he's told you, I'm a little guy, but he told me, he's like, I'm a little guy, but I fight like a giant. And he's like people like how he was telling you guys. He said nobody, like when like how he was making the example of a Cadillac but with a racing engine. That's how he is. He's like, dude, they see me, I'm a little dude. So that story, he was in line for chow, and this black dude, he said that because this guy's 5'6", 5'7", so this black guy, he's like well over, he said this guy is huge. Like, he said this dude is like gigantic. I want to say he might have been like 6'4". So the black guy like smacks him on the like grabs his ass right in the chow line, right? And the guy that was on the phone, I mean, he's a okay looking guy. I'm not gay or anything like that, but he's an okay guy. Like, if you were out in the streets, he wouldn't have no problem finding a date. Let's just say that. So he actually kind of, who he kind of looks like, who he kind of sort of looks like a little bit? He looks like Bam Margera if he took care of himself and it wasn't all drugged out and stuff. He has that kind of Bam Margera look. So I can kind of see that this guy could probably have no problem finding a date. So he grabs his ass, and this guy is like, oh, okay. Like, he like, that's how he is. He's very premeditated. So he's like, okay. And so they go, he doesn't say anything. They go eat, they go do whatever. And then, he goes into his cell and he starts, he gets his shank, and he starts sharpening it because he's gonna stab the crap. He's gonna kill this guy. Like that's it. He's gonna kill him. So he grabs his knife, and so now he has the knife on him, but now he has to wait for this guy to like, dude. He's like, all right, this guy, he's gonna be in his cell tonight, so maybe I'll catch him in a couple days. It's like that, right? Like I'll see him in 2-3 days. He comes out of his cell. This guy that just grabbed his butt is walking to the shower. And he's like, this dumb MFer. He goes back to his cell. He grabs his knife. So he like waits for him to go in the shower. He goes into the shower, and there's like 1 or 2 other guys in the shower. And like he looks behind the corner and he sees them right there. And he looks at the other 2 guys and get the out of here now. And the guys, they left. And like the way he described it, it's like out of a movie. So he looks at him, and the black guy is like, and he goes, you want some of this? And dude, this guy pulls out his knife, and the black jaw like hit the floor, trying to kill him. And the guy was so big and tall, and he just shooing him off. And I'm not sure if he was I believe he was able to stab him a couple times, but I want to say, because he told me this, that we recorded this a year ago. I want to say that he said that black guy was screaming for help or whatever. He's screaming. And then the guards came in before he was able to kill him. He said that guy I was going to kill him. And you know, this guy has had a rotten childhood. And that's an understatement. I mean, he was made. This guy was made the way he is. You know, and you know, as time goes on, we'll get more into, you know, the crime he committed. I still have not recorded the damn video yet. I might end up just flying up to Michigan when the weather starts warming up. And, you know, I mean, dude, this guy, he probably has, I think we've only recorded three interviews. The main one, his main interview, I think it's an hour long. I want to say it's about an hour. He starts from his childhood, going all the way up into what he was doing, stealing cars, and up into the crime. And then the other one is this guy, this black dude tried to rip him off for some money. He's like, all right, cool. And I'm not going to tell you the story. You'll have to see it next week. But it's when he told me the story, I was like I just cringed. And then there's another story where he had to fight somebody because he took his chew. Like that's when they let you chew tobacco. And this guy owed him a pouch, right? A pouch of tobacco. No, not chew, rolling tobacco. And here's the thing. The guy got transferred to another prison, but he had every opportunity to pay this guy back for the pouch of tobacco. And he didn't pay him back. He runs into this guy again a couple years later. And when he sees him, like this guy, he said, he sees this dude. He goes, I bet you haven't forgot about that pouch of tobacco. And he said, nope. And then he goes, I guess I effed up, right? He goes, yep. And they got into a fight. And after the fight, they were cool. They were cool again. He goes, we got to fight. He goes, that's it. You're not going to rip me off for a $1.90 bag of tobacco. It's not happening. So this guy, yeah, man, he just, you know, we were talking earlier tonight, and I said, if you were to be released within, like, let's say, all right, we'll get you out in 6 months, right? I told him, I said, I don't think you would commit a new crime. I said, but I think that, man, you don't know how to let something go. Like if somebody did something stupid, he doesn't know, like he's got to learn to be like, oh, don't worry about it, man. That was cool. Isn't it? Like, for instance, this is a perfect example. If he's at a bar and somebody accidentally steps on his shoe and says sorry, he's fine. If you don't say sorry, he's going to beat the living crap out of you. That's how he is. Like any perceived level of disrespect, that's it. He is flying on you. And everyone that I've spoken to has said the same thing. You can fight. Like he whips Aish, and he said, that's it. That's it. They said, don't disrespect him. If you don't do that, you're good. If you do something stupid, and he's got a story we haven't recorded yet, but there was somebody on death row that got their sentence changed to life. So this guy, this death row guy, he was on death row for like 25 years. He comes, he goes back to he's on the main line. This death row guy, like one day, like this dude is like X is like just cleaning something, and this death row dude, he knows who he is because everyone's like, oh hey, this guy's on death row, man, he's like being transferred. So this guy goes up to X, and he's bigger than him, and I forgot what he said to him. He tried to grab the mop from his hand because he wanted the mop to clean his cell. So so instead of just saying, hey, can I use the mop? He just said, hey man, let me get that. And he grabs the mop, and X grabs it, and he looks at him. He's like, and he basically said, he called him boy. He said, boy, don't you with me, right? F with me. And the death row guy was like, what'd you call me? And he was about to fly up in his rectum. And before that even happened, some guy it was another black guy. He's like, yo, bro, chill out. And then later on, this death row guy went up to him and said, hey man, I just got off of death row. Like, I'm sorry. He said, hey, don't worry about it. This guy does not play. Him and that other black guy from Pennsylvania are the most dangerous sounding inmates I've ever heard, where they're very dangerous. But he's not the most dangerous person I've ever spoken to. The funniest, the most dangerous inmate is the nicest one. Oh, and he knows he's dangerous. And I've told him this. I said, dude, I told him, I'm not even going to say his name because he has the most videos coming out. He's the one that cleaned the death chamber. If anybody watched that video, that guy, he is the most dangerous in the sense that, like, let's say that guy moved next door to my grandmother. I personally, I wouldn't have a problem him living next to my grandmother. He's good. He's the same as X. Like, if you do anything wrong to him, if you do anything wrong to the guy we just talked to on the phone, he'll beat the living crap out of you. If you do anything wrong to the other guy, he will kill you. He will kill you. He will kill you. And that's it. He ain't trying to fight you. He's going to kill you. And I believe him because he has killed several times. Other than that, yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Oh, he's a great guy. Yeah, no, we've talked for hours about just anything. You'll hear his voice quite a bit of time on the channel. Oh, you're gonna hear it, all right. I'm gonna put up another video from him. I might have to redo something, but no, this guy, he'll fight anybody. It don't even matter. But yeah, this guy will kill. he will kill you. That's it. Like he has no qualms about it. He has, the way he sees killing is there. It's like him. It's like a mechanic when you're tightening a bolt. That's killing to him. Just tighten the bolt, and that's it. It's fixed. That's exactly how he sees it. It's he knows he's definitely different than everybody else, but it's just tightening the bolt. Some people just, you got a problem with somebody, and the story of how he got incarcerated is, you have never heard that story in your life. His story is something that people have made up in the movies, and I know it because I verified it. It is true, and I'm surprised that he's not well known, because he is very dangerous. But like I said, if you let that guy out, not the guy that we spoke to, but the other guy, if you let him out tomorrow, if nobody ever messed with him, he won't do anything. It's that one guy, you're at Home Depot, and this guy steps in front of you to grab something. Instead of saying, "Oh, excuse me, I just gotta grab something," he just steps in front of you. It's that guy that both of those guys have a problem with. It's that one idiot that's kind of rude to people, or a bully. That's the guy that these guys will take out. It's just, and then everybody else is like, man, you know what? I really want my beer, but it's way in the back. How do I reach it? Oh, it's all the way back there. Well, I gotta. All right, let me see. It rained earlier, so I think it's dry. So I can step out of my van really quick. Oh, so hold on really quick. I got it. I'm trying to not get a cramp. Okay. Maybe I need to. Where's my sandals? All right. I'll get back in the chat in just a moment. Tito, pour from floor. Just gotta. I'm not trying to get my socks wet. It's still wet outside. Is it dry yet? No, it's not. Where is my sandals or my flip flops? There's one. Dude, my van is such a nightmare mess. It's unreal. I cannot wait to get to my storage so I can just fix everything. I don't care. I'm just gonna go this way. Oh, now my socks are wet. Great. My stuff is so crowded. I can't even move here. I can't even move. And I swear to God, if you guys seen the back of my van, all my cluttered nonsense, you would say how do you sleep back there? And I'm like, it's actually not that bad. It's just I would have so much more room if I had everything out of my van. So when I get back to my storage unit, I gotta take it's gonna take me an entire day of just taking everything out and just telling myself, okay, what do I really need with me for the next 2 months? And I'm not gonna lie, 80% of the stuff I don't need. But do I need bird seed? No, but I like carrying it with me. Do I need my bird feeders? No, but I like carrying them with me. So this stuff takes up a lot of space. We call that a dirty protest. What does that mean? And Kathleen Rose, thank you very, very much for the super chat. What's up, Lamont? Love your content. Keep up with the good work. Thank you very much, Johnny Blaze. Kale, did you text me her link to her channel? Did you? Let me see. Oh, thank you for the thumbnails. Okay, so this girl, she has 12 subscribers. You got to start from somewhere. Prima Aubrey. Black female.
Favorite color tells a lot about their personality and the psychology of their brain.
Oh boy, everyone's just gonna start exposing all their friends and family.
So if someone's favorite color is blue, scientists found that they are very loyal friends. They put that people's favorite color tells a lot about their personality and the psychology of their brain.
Oh boy, everyone's just gonna start exposing all their friends and family.
I don't get
So if
it.
someone's
It's-
favorite color is blue, scientists found that they are very loyal friends. They put that people's favorite color tells a lot about their personality and the psychology of their brain.
Yeah, you have one video. I don't. Wait, do you? I thought you said you did a video about Joe Guy Jr. You have 12 subscribers and a short. I don't understand. Did I miss something? Oh, is that what she asked? I didn't get her question. Tell us how you find your strength and self-forgiveness to keep going. What is something you look forward? I didn't get it. I didn't get it to him. I didn't get it to him. I can't answer that question because it's not for me. You know what? From what I've spoken to him about things, you know, like, listen, sometimes that guy has good days and he has bad days. Sometimes he's like, yeah, man, I'm going to go for parole again. And I wanted to, maybe we'll record an interview, but, you know, he's been up to parole like 4 times and he's been denied each time. And some days he's like, man, I ain't never getting out of this place. It's just weird. Like some days he's like, like 80% of the, like 90% of the time he's cool. You know, the 10% sometimes, man, like somebody pissed him off. He almost gets in, he has not got into a fight in a long time. Like he has not fought anybody since I've spoken to him. So I know he hasn't fought in at least a year. I mean, you know, he could have, but I know he hasn't beat anybody up in quite some time. So, I mean, you know, listen, this guy's been down since, I want to say 1991. Like, he got arrested. So, I mean, you got your good days and you got your bad days. And listen, no, he did a bad thing and he did an egregious thing. And, you know, and the thing that sucks is like, this wasn't a crime that just happened like that. No, he planned it. He planned it. That's the thing. It's premeditated. That's what's scored. Now, if this was like a crime of passion, like intent, like he saw his girlfriend, you know, getting cored out by a guy and he killed him, then yeah, that'd be a different story. But this was planned. That's the thing that's what makes those kinds of crimes more serious than just all of a sudden, you know, just I just shot him. It's because it's when it's premeditated, then you're thinking about it, and then you're thinking, okay, this is illegal. I can go to, you know, prison for a long time, and that's the thing that screwed him up. But on the other side of things, it's just like, well, how long do you keep him incarcerated for? Is it benefiting society by keeping him incarcerated? Because, you know, like I told him, you as long as you can keep your temper in check when somebody does something stupid. Like, imagine him imagine him with road rage. Woo-wee. It's like, that's the only thing that's stopping him is him beating somebody up. Other than that, he ain't gonna go out and steal anything. He ain't gonna go out and assault like somebody for no reason. But if somebody pisses him off, like tonight, I was on the phone with him. This dude check this out. This dude, who is this? Is this another cop? Of course. What did this person do that they're like floating around here? It must be a slow night out here. I'm driving down the street talking to him. This person makes a right-hand turn right into my lane. I thought I was going to get into a head-on accident tonight. I mean, he wasn't coming at me fast, but I you know, my airbag would have flew my face and punched my face out. That guy would have got out of that vehicle and been like, so he just needs to kind of, you know, get his anger issues in check. If he can get his anger issues in check, he's good to go. He's a hard worker. He wants to work. He wants to get out. He wants to get a job. He wants a girlfriend, I imagine. Yeah, he wants to be a normal person. We'll see what happens. I hope he gets out. I'd love to interview him in real life. I'd love to like sit down and be like, all right, man, what we doing? You know what I mean? So yeah. Blah blah blah. Oh, MHD AB24 with the $10 Canadian. What's the living conditions inside the prison? Like, you mean my prison as in my van? That, like this prison right here that I'm driving? Man, I'm sorry, guys. I feel bad for. I feel bad. I think the next guy that the next person that we have calling, we gotta keep him longer. Well, I can tell you this. I can kind of answer. And by the way, I will shoot that to him. Where he's located at, he's not at a very high risk facility, meaning that he's not at a place that's very dangerous. So I think his security level is 3 out of 4. So from what I remember, he's not at a maximum security facility, but he's at a level 3, which is high. Level 2 is medium, level 1 is low. So at level 3, he's at it's medium high. And from what he's told me, there's fights there, but he said it's more mellow than where he was before, because he did time in Lucasville. And if you guys don't know Lucasville, they had that's a very, very, very bad prison. Many people have been killed at that prison. That's where he came from. So, he doesn't go around picking fights. He doesn't go around starting things with people, but man, he can't stand. I remember he told me this, like, no, Nathan Moynihan, the kid that killed his dad with the hammer. By the way, I gotta get a hold of that guy. Nathan Moynihan told me a story about X. He's like, dude, okay, so this is how it works in prisons over in Ohio, which is where he's at. It's basically ran by blacks. Like, they're the most numbers, and they're the most in charge. And if you're white or Latino, you're pretty much a minority. And so one day, X is in the day room, and the black guys, not all of the black guys, but just, a lot of them, they run in these gangs. So they're all like, so if one beats you up, they all jump on you, right? That's how they work. So one day, Nathan tells me that this dude is like drinking coffee in the day room watching TV. And this white kid, probably 20, 21 years old, he sees these 2 black dudes like robbing him. They took his TV, like they're taxing him, right? And he said that this guy was about to get up and say something to them, and like several of the other dudes did, like, dude, chill out, man. Like, if you jump in, then we're all gonna get like beat up or whatever. And literally in the unit, for every like 2 white guys, there was 10 black dudes. And he's like, I don't know how we were able to calm him down from doing anything, because when he seen that, we thought there was going to be a straight riot. Like, we were like, okay, we're going to start getting stabbed and tear gas and mace, and we're going to be locked down for like 2 weeks, or because that's what happens when there's a riot. Everyone's getting maced, people start getting stabbed, and then you're locked down. So when you're locked down, you don't get any commissary. You don't get, like, they shut off your tablet. So it's like, so he was the one guy that was gonna like just start fighting, and at that time, X had just been transferred to that prison when he was like, dude, Like they had to tell him, like, look, man, like there's no point in you fighting because there's only one of you or two of us, but there's 10 of them. And if you fight, we're all going to get locked down. One of us is going to get stabbed. And like, so he was so pissed off. Like, he doesn't know I know that story. But like, he was like, like for days on end, he was like pacing. He's like, dude, this guy like he was trying to control himself from beating the living crap out of the two guys that robbed him. And it's like, dude, it was so tense for like 3 days afterwards. It was like so tense because they're walking on eggshells because this guy's like, I'm just gonna beat the crap out of him right now. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. And they're like, dude, there's no point in you doing it because we're all gonna get screwed. And then that's so I mean, you know, he's an older guy now, 54, 55. So he's trying to calm down, but he's like, you know, he's with stuff like that, he automatically wants to get in and just start throwing him. So he definitely has the heart, you know what I mean? But so, you can't win against numbers is basically what I'm saying. You cannot win against numbers. Outlaw Star with the $5 super chat. Just a fan, probably sub for at least a couple years. Try to like videos if I remember. LOL. Thank you very much. Outlaw_star. Well, you don't have to like the videos. But guys, remember, 500,000, no cheating. Okay, we don't cheat on this channel. All right. Thank you very much. Go to the note. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to be giving him the money for your super chat. So if someone gets assaulted, can they report it, or is that considered snitching? He meant snitching. Well, I know he's not answering it, but I can answer it. That's the easy question. If you get into a fight in prison, if you say anything, it's snitching. You like, that's it. You can't say anything. Like if he beats the living tar out of somebody, you don't say anything. Even if you have a black eye and the COs or the police, the guards, if they say, hey, where'd you get that black eye? Oh man, I walked into a doorknob. That's it. Like if you say anything, you're labeled a snitch forever, and your life is going to be a lot more harder than it is. And listen, mostly when you get into a fight in prison, after the fight, I mean, unless it's very bad blood, that's it. You guys, you know, you that's it. It's over. Like there's no like, I mean, it's supposed to not be any bad blood, but you know, whatever. But it's just like, okay, we fight, we get it over with, we're cool, that's it, and then you move on. It just depends on who you are. But you do not want to tell anybody anything, or if they label you a snitch, yeah, you're screwed. You are screwed. Did you ever find any more info on Larry Fikes, the guy who killed his girlfriend and had a Super Bowl watching party with his baby and friends over? Don't know that story. Larry Fikes. That's kind of a. Can you imagine if my last name were Fikes? Lamont Fikes. I can only imagine. I can only imagine all of the. All right, let me see. Larry Fikes. Who is this? This sounds like the shooting in Dallas at the Super Bowl party where this guy killed 10 people. At the Super Bowl party in Dallas. Okay, well, this one is in Arlington, so that's near Dallas. Larry Fikes, who stabbed his ex-girlfriend to death and then went home and watched football with his friends, was sentenced to 40 years in prison. Larry Fikes, who was scheduled to go to trial this week, reached a plea bargain agreement and pled guilty to murder in the slaying of Angela Bynum. In exchange for his guilty plea, prosecutors agreed to the 40-year prison sentence. Fikes, 39 years of age at the time, must serve 20 years before he's eligible for parole. In the early morning hours of January 13th of 2013, Bynum's co-workers went to her residence at the Claiborne Apartments after she failed to show up for her shift at the Arlington pub where she worked when they found the apartment door unlocked and Bynum dead inside. She had suffered multiple stab wounds. Bynum's 13-month-old son was also missing. The following day, police located Bynum and Fike's son. They were together for 6 years at his home. Several days later, the investigation revealed that Fikes went to Bynum's apartment on the morning of January 12th of 2013 to drop off their son as scheduled. While inside, Fikes stabbed Bynum at least 9 times and then left with their son. Afterward, he drove home and invited friends over to watch football. By the way, the son was not harmed in the. I would do that video. I will file that in my memory bank. I don't believe I'm going to Dallas until probably March or April. There's a good chance that if this van makes it to the West Coast, I might just get another van. I might buy another van, like a temporary van. I'm not sure yet. Do a graveyard episode for Junior Seau. Yeah, he's buried. I don't think he's in San Diego, but I know he's very close by. Yeah, he's already in my folder for sure. I gotta definitely talk about Junior Seau for sure. Very weird. Yeah, just man. Football, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Yeah, that one's going on Lamont at large. I gotta find the location where everything happened at, and then try to probably find like where he used to live or something like that. Take it from there. Yes. Sorry guys, I'm kind of behind on the comments or whatever. Yeah, that is true. The small ones are the most dangerous ones. That is for sure. That is for sure. Where's my beer? Wait, did I? Oh, there it is. Yes. Bottleman Bob, Canadian 10 with 10 for X. Okay, so I think X has like what, $75 now. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. It's going straight to him. When I call him tomorrow, I'll send him the money, and then probably we'll try to record something new tomorrow for me to use. Bottleman Bob, thank you very much. And guys, I don't want you to think like, oh, he's just gonna keep the money. No, whatever you guys sent is going straight to him, And I'm pretty sure even if I get the amount wrong, I'm pretty sure Kale will be there to remind me of exactly what the exact amount was. He was in. I don't know exactly what prison he's in. I think he's in Ohio. That's where the crime was that was committed. And his crime was committed in Cleveland. And yeah. Blah, blah, blah. I am starving. I'm getting really, really hungry. I haven't eaten. Oh, God. Yeah, I did eat a little something today. I went to this Korean joint just driving down the road. And I seen this Korean place. I said, let's do a review of this place. Food was absolutely terrible. But you know what? I'm still going to eat it. You know why? Because I paid $17 for it. So I'm going to eat it. I know. So that's what I'm going to have for my dinner. Do I miss any updates on the diggity? There hasn't, the NBA, like the girl is not cooperating with investigators. I imagine he's getting booed. Let's see if there's a video of like, because he's playing right now. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Okay, fans booed. Okay, let's see. Okay, they booed him right here.
Get ready for the fall sale. Insane
So in this video, he's at the free throw line.
that you won't believe are real.
Good for the Wolves, Rudy Gobert.
So he's about to touch the ball again. come the booze. Yeah, there you go. He's getting booed. Okay, so this is all right. So this is the thing with that story. Now, and this is simply just we don't know exactly what her age is. It's rumored to be that she's 15. Now the rumor is that that picture was taken a while back. I don't know. Josh Giddey is 21 years old. Okay, he's not 25, he's not 30, he's 21 years old, right? So he's 21, she's 15. They took a couple of pictures together that look very suspect. They look very suspect. They look somewhat inappropriate to me. They look like pictures where a 21-year-old should not be taking them with a 15-year-old in that position. Not at all. Not at all. However, I don't know exactly, it's just rumors right now. I however, will say this. When you're 21 and you're a guy, right? Regardless of the fact that you are making millions of dollars and you're playing in the NBA, you're still 21 and you're a stupid kid. And she's 15 reportedly, and she's a stupid kid too. 6 years difference is not a lot. However, it is a lot when you're underage and you're an adult. I don't look at this guy as like a pedo. But he is a creep. He is a creep. And I'm just very curious to see how this story ends up. Cause let's say I'm gonna lay out a scenario for you. And think about this when I lay it out. Let's say they're dating. Let's say Josh Giddey says, that's my girlfriend. Straight up, that's my girlfriend. We don't have sex. And let's say they're telling the truth. No, we know it's illegal. But let's say, because in Oklahoma, I was reading that the age of consent in Oklahoma is 16. So let's say she turns 16 tomorrow night at midnight. She turns 16 and he's looking at his watch, and as soon as midnight strikes, and then they go to Pound Town, you would say you're a disgusting creep. Let's say they stay together for 10 years and they end up having 4 children. What happens then? If they get married and they have children, and later on he's 30 years old and she's 24, and they got a family, is he still a creep? Yeah, he was still a creep. He was a creep, but is he a creep at that present time, being a father of 4 children? And you also gotta, and this is something that a lot of weenie guys out there won't admit to, because they don't want to be perceived as a creep. But let's not forget, the only reason why men know that when you're 20 whatever years of age and a girl is 15, that it's illegal, is because the law tells us. But back in biblical days, when a female got her menstrual cycle, she was a woman. Do you know how many 13 and 14-year-old girls got married to 30-year-old men and had children and they had big, huge families? Do you know how many graves I go to where the man was like, he died, he was 79, and the wife was like 60 or like 58? A lot. That was a thing back in those days. That's just what it was. I'm not saying that it wasn't wrong then, but listen, let me tell you something. Back in 1830, Okay, back in 1830, you know, things are way different back then. If if you're like a 28-year-old man and you know you live in the same hamlet as such and such family and they have a daughter and she's 14, 15, you don't think that guy's like, yeah, no, you're too young, you better wait until you're 18. No, they didn't do that. They're like, okay, cool, let's get it on. That's how it worked. Am I saying that it's right? No. What I am saying, though, is the law was created now for us to instill in people what is right and what is wrong. But hey, that's how it was. That's just how it was. Now, if you want to go back further with the whole, then you're getting into weird crap. If you're getting like 12 and 11 and 13, yeah, I don't know. I'm not making any excuses for that creep guy because I think he's a creep. The pictures look mighty suspect. And, you know, when I made that video, oh, my throat's getting a little bit parched. I need a sippy poo. There was a lot of guys who said, oh, well, she looks like she's over 18, so, you know, maybe he didn't know. Listen. Pros don't boast, but if you are a guy, and I'm not going to go any further than just saying this, if you're a guy, and guys that are watching me and listening to me right now, you know what's up. If you suspect that a girl that you meet looks young, all you gotta do is ask her for the ID. That's it. Just be like, hey, you look young. Oh, I'm 19. Let me see your ID. Here. Play ball! That's all you gotta do. There's no way. I don't care if this girl is beautiful or whatever you call it. You cannot look at that girl. You can say she's cute. I said she was cute. I thought she's cute. I mean, she ain't hot. I don't want to like go out with her. No, she's cute. But looking at that girl, she looks like she's not 18. And I said in my video, I said, yeah, she's cute. And then this idiot comment, he's like, oh, you said she's cute, canceled. I mean, he was joking, right? I'm guessing he was joking. Like, you can say a girl is cute if she's under 18. Now, it may not be appropriate. I don't give a crap. Okay? Am I going to act on whatever animalistic urges that I might? No. But a guy is a guy, and any guy who would tell you any guy that would tell you, other than the legal aspect of things, if he were to see a chick that was 16, 17 years old, and you say, hey, you think she's hot? Oh, no, she's underage. Shut the hell up. Shut up. You're a freaking liar. You just don't want people to think you're a creep. You're a freaking liar. Or you're gay. Or both. You're both. You're gay and a creep. Well, not creep, but you're gay and a liar. You're a gay liar. This is how it is. But normal guys, me and you guys, I mean, I might not be normal. I mean, I do sleep in the van, but you're like, oh, she's cute, but she's underage. That's it. That's it. It's over. The fantasy or whatever the fantasy you might have thought, that's it. Now, if you want to go pursue that fantasy, that's up to you. You decide. You're a grown adult. You decide. If this chick is like, oh, I like older guys. All right, well, listen, you want to take a chance? 5 will get you 10. Go ahead and do it. But you already know legally it's against the law. Okay, you already know it's against the law. And now you're playing with fire. So, hey, go ahead and do whatever it is that you got to do. But let me just say this. There's plenty of chicks out there that are at least of legal age that you can go whatever. But in that situation, I don't understand why this guy, first of all, dude, like you're 21, and listen, I understand when you're 21, you're in that in between age, but it's like, dude, you're a pretty good looking guy. Like, why don't you go date like some hot chicks that are your age? Like, why are you freaking hanging out with like immature nerds? I mean, yeah, I said she was cute, but she's not hot. That ain't sexy. That's like she's like a little kid. Yeah, she's cute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's already has a woman's body, but they're mentally weird. They're like there's no turn on to me anyways about a girl that's that young, because they're stupid. They're stupid. They're dumb. It's just creepy. It's like that R. Kelly video when he was like pissing on the girl. It's like, dude, like, are you sick? Like, why is that even a thing? You could get a grown woman, sexy as all hell. But then you want to, like, I don't see, that's the creep mind that I don't personally understand. I don't get it, but I don't know. So to end up on that note, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. If they did have a relationship and nobody says anything, then there won't be any proof. Then there's no crime committed. She would have to, basically, she would have to, what's the word? Why do I do that sometimes when when I'm talking and I can't think of the word? She would have to cooperate with authorities. So who the hell knows? So we'll see what happens. Okay, Red Lily. She's in and out. In and out. Come to Michigan to see the cemetery across the road from me. 60-year-old woman don't have to meet me if you don't want. What if I wanted to? Or what if I don't want to? So yeah. Anyways. Yeah, that's just a weird story. I'm very curious to see what's going to end up happening over there. But man, I know right now he's probably gave that girl, even if they didn't do anything, which I don't have any proof they did. Oh, he's already gave her. Man, dude, he gave her $250,000 in her bank account. He's like, you sit on that. See, and now Josh Giggity, now he has to walk a fine line. Let's say they're boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Let's just say they're in a relationship. Dude, right now, this guy's like this. All right, look. You're my girlfriend. I'm 21. You're 15. Yes, it's weird, but I love you. And what if they're soulmates? What if there's, I mean, I don't know. Like, let's say they loved each other and it was let's say it wasn't a sex thing, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm 21. Yeah, she's 15. Yeah, it's wrong, but I love her and she loves me. Like, let's say they legit loved each other. Going back to that other point. I don't know. He's still a creep. And let's not forget, Elvis Presley, he did the same thing too, didn't he? With the Priscilla? Didn't he marry Priscilla when she was a teenager? And people look at Elvis Presley like he's a god. No, he was a creep. That's it. He's a creep. But, Elvis, the creep that we never knew, coming to a Lamont at Large channel near you. We'll see how that video comes out. Does the alcohol feel good again? I mean, I don't really miss like not drink or drinking. I have a beer or whatever, chill out. My head is already like starting to feel ugh. You know what I mean? I'm only able to drink two of these beers, which they're pretty strong. I mean, these IPAs, what are they? 9.5%. So I can only drink two of these. I could drink two of these IPAs. I'm good. I am totally good, which is the equivalent of drinking four regular beers, whatever regular beer is to you. I don't know what you guys in other countries drink. I don't know. I know we got a couple people from the United Kingdom here, and we got. I know we got Nicole from Australia. So I don't know what you guys drink over there. I don't even know like what's a British beer that you guys drink. I don't know. Isn't it Guinness? Guinness tastes like crap. Americans, the only people that drink Guinness here are nerds. You always have these nerds that they'll try to always be different. And when I see if I'm at a bar and I see an American and they're drinking a Guinness, I just roll my eyes like, dude, why are you trying so hard to be like different? You're just a nerd. And that's what everybody else thinks. They just roll their eyes. You're a nerd. Now, I'm not going to lie. Guinness tastes like crap. So does IPA. But I'll drink a Guinness. Like when I go to Las Vegas, if me and my buddy, we go to O'Shea's, not O'Shea's. What's the other place that we hang out at? I keep forgetting the name of that place. But when we hang out there, I'll order, the first beer I'll order is a Michelada, whatever you call that thing. A Michelada. And then I will throw in like one Guinness just to, I don't know, it tastes very, very rich and dark. It's just, I'll tell you what, IPA tastes worse than Guinness, but IPAs are stronger. So Guinness is just like, dude, it's like, why are you drinking that? It's so stupid. I can drink two IPAs. I can drink two Guinnesses, but afterwards, I wouldn't want to drink either of them. And I don't know what they drink in Australia. I don't know. Is Foster's, is that you guys' beer over there? Foster's is okay. It's whatever. That's the only British thing I know is Guinness. I don't know what else they drink over there. Don't you guys, don't Brits, like, don't they drink like weird, like I really want to go out there. Maybe I should just say F it and just go out there in March. I don't know. I'm too fat to go there right now. I need to lose weight. I know that in March, in the middle of March, which is like kind of similar to, the climate in the East Coast, I know the weather starts getting warmer then. I wouldn't mind going to the United Kingdom now. The only thing is, I hate to be a little sissy, but it's like I don't like making plans, right? I just want to go, but I don't know where I'm going. I don't even know if, I'm sure I can rent a car, but do I have to get an international driver's license? Do I really want to drive on the other side of the road? Honestly, I don't. I don't want to drive anything. I don't want to rent anything. I want somebody to take me everywhere I need to go. That's what I want. I want somebody to like, oh, hey, don't worry, I got this. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll cover everything. Just, I don't want to drive. I don't want to drive. That's the only thing. That's it. I don't want to drive. Other than that, I would love to go over there. When I do go over there, I'll probably, I'd like to stay gone for 3 weeks to a month. I'd like to go, while I'm there, I'd like to go see Paris once. That's about it. I want to go up and down through England, and then go into Paris, and then I think that's about it. I'm not terribly interested in any other country in that area. There's really no stories or no graves. I mean, the lady from the Cranberries, the singer, I think she's in Ireland. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if Ireland has any stories that I'd be terribly interested in. I'm sure there is. I just don't look at them. But no, I'm sure there's a very good story. I just gotta go over there and I just gotta say like, okay, I'm going to Ireland in April. All right, let's go to Dublin and let's see a decent story that happens in Dublin. And then I'm like, okay, and then we'll take it from there. I just don't look. And, you know, other than the famous graves, you know, typical famous graves that people do, there's really no story that I can think of that originated in England that I really want to cover. I mean, I just don't look. I mean, I'm sure there's something. Maybe that soldier that got his head cut off. I definitely got to go do that one. Australia, I know Australia. I've looked at more stories in Australia than I have England. So we'll see if I can make my way out there. Or whatever. You think I have the wrong link to your channel? Well, has the Cindy Fields with the $2 super chat. What's up, girl? Definitely next time I come through, I will hit you up. That was a weird time where I was stuck with a mountain of videos, but hopefully everything is going good with you and yours over there. Hopefully you had a good Halloween and holiday season or whatever you guys call it over there. So the wrong link, did you send me the link? Okay, this is the Facebook. Oh, okay, so you got a Facebook. So you got, oh, okay, so you're on Facebook. Okay. Okay. All right, so you're a Facebook person. All right. Should I play a video? Okay, so this is her Joel Guy Jr. Full story, the murders of Joel Guy Jr. That sounds familiar. I think I've done that video before. I think so. Why isn't my thing on? Oh, I think it turned off automatically. Hold on. How come there's no sound?
Weak stomach. Okay, so I am back. It is November 30th. So someone had recommended that I do a true crime story, and I did a true crime story about 2 months ago. It was on the Jordan Neely case, primarily because I'm based in New York. But I thought that I was due for another one, and I want to do this one. I just want to put out a trigger warning. This is a very...
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't give them any trigger warnings, girl. Just get into the story. Just get right into it. Just get right into it. We don't need trigger warnings. Just get right into the story. All right.
Graphic story. So if you have like a weak stomach, or if you're not into true crime.
40 seconds in, no story started yet. So here's the problem with a lot of, and again, I could be totally wrong. Me personally, if you're new on social media, and this is just me, I could be wrong. This is just how I think. If you're new and you're telling a story, you need to start now. Like, don't wait. Don't, now. Like, you got to start now. Like, don't like give anybody, okay, so guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to tell the story is what we're going to do. That's what you need to do. That's just me. Just a little bit of advice. Because nobody knows who you are. You have 2,600 followers, but and listen, that's good. For starting out like new, that's good. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not very much. In the grand scheme of things, I don't have very many followers and subscribers. There's so many people that never heard of me. Like ridiculous. Like who the hell is this guy? Like I'm not in the algorithm. People aren't like, oh my God, you know. So you just got to get into it. You know, and I can't give any advice in terms of like how to make yourself stand out from the rest. I don't know. Like, what's the difference between you and, you know, true crime person A? I don't know how that works. Luckily for me, luckily for me, in a sense, I'm a guy, so I don't have to deal with other women and battling for views. I don't know how that works. I don't know like why somebody would want to watch this girl over that girl or this person over that person. Why are you on a scooter at 1:30 in the morning and it's 39 degrees outside? You must be looking for dope. Let's see what else do you got? Let's see what else do you got? Joel Guy Jr. Okay, so what is this? 2 hours ago you uploaded this. It's got some kind of filter. The murders of, okay, we just seen that. More Joel Guy Jr. You got some kind of screen of something you shared with a rainbow. Mazzy Star Fade Into You. Sorry for being my, okay, so you're sharing stuff. Okay, so what are you saying here?
Today, and I came across some really interesting articles on how tall and how short certain presidents are. So I thought that I'd share some of the results with you guys. So yeah, Harry Truman was 5 feet 11 inches tall. Theodore Roosevelt and Andrew Jackson had the same height, and they were both 5'10". Lyndon B. Johnson was 6'3.5" inches tall.
He's a very tall guy.
Jimmy Carter was 5'9".
Not going to take Old Denver Highway. He has a
okay.
I
Should I follow her, guys? See, she's new to this, so it's like, I guess you're trying to figure out like what you should do or something. Are you a reaction?
If you've had more than 3 failed relationships, I feel like at that point, you are the problem. You're the common denominator in all of these failed relationships. So when I see people,
I guess you were gonna do a reaction. Are you reacting to a like what kind of channel? You're not gonna fall into the black YouTube thing, are you? Are you gonna fall into the what's the black YouTube thing where you like talk about black issues, problems with the black dating, black, like everything black? Are you, because, well, you're black, I can tell. I'm guessing you're black. You could be white, but I don't believe you're white. I believe you might be black.
take Old Denver Highway.
You could get into black YouTube, but the problem with black YouTube is a lot of times it can be very toxic. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. So you appear that you're trying to figure yourself out, right? Or something. Oh, you like Marilyn Monroe? Oh, okay. I just did a video with my sister with her. It'll be out sometime in the next week or two. Okay, and it's good.
I have a.
Wait,
the first thing I want to say, like out loud, is that I am like in love with Lamont at large. Like, if you watch YouTube, if you know anything about YouTube, he's this really tall guy that goes state to state, looking at like cemeteries and respectfully telling the stories of their untimely or natural death. And some of these stories are extremely graphic. And So he goes on these, I guess you would call them kind of graveyard tours. I have the biggest crush on him. Like, I think he's so cute, and there's just something about the fact that his eyes are either like blue or green. I can't tell. They're probably both. I'm just like so like in love with like this. No way that I can stalk him, so don't even worry about it. Not that I'd stalk anybody. I'm way too clumsy. But he literally lives in his van. So but
Hey, why are you
the first thing I want
laughing?
to say like out loud.
That's not funny. I think I hope I didn't embarrass her. Well, I don't know what this like. Well, I'm very flattered. I mean, you can't be like literally in love with me, but is she still in the shadow? Did she leave? I don't want to chase her away, because like you said all the great things about me. That's if only you would see me from the double chin down. It's all bad. It's all bad. Well, listen. Kind of a. I'm just gonna take. I'm gonna just drink some of my beer. Possibly shouldn't play any more of that audio over the stream. Well, at least I'll. I was not expecting that. I did not know she made a video about me. I am flattered. I'm flattered. She's a nice looking girl. Looks kind of young. How old are you? You look like you're 21. You're definitely, yeah, what are you, 21? 22 at the best? Where should I go? I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, well, first of all, let me say this. I never, like nobody makes videos about me. So, no, thank you for, mentioning me on your channel, because I know, somebody's going to watch it and they might look at my channel and subscribe. No, I'm very flattered. I actually get, very, on a more serious note, I don't know how to take kudos well. When people say they like I'm just like, I don't know what to say. I'm always like I'm not gonna lie, I'm like okay, for instance, yesterday, this lady seen me at the store, and she's like, oh, she goes, are you Lamont? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, it's your voice. She goes, yeah, I love your channel. My husband, he's seen you, but he didn't want to bother you. And I'm like, oh, it's cool, whatever. So we talked for about 15 minutes. It's not that it's weird. I just I never knew how to take compliments, because I think, I don't know. I just think I don't know. It's I'm actually shocked that she said that, because I don't think much. It's not like I have low self-esteem. That's not it at all. I don't know. I don't think much of my channel. I'm just like, dude, I live in a van and I go to places or whatever. And I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Prima Aubrey. Well, guys, is it Prima or Prime? Prima Aubrey. Well, listen, God, what do I say? She flattered me oh so much. You will always get ahead in life if you flatter me. I don't get flattered enough. That's the problem. I don't get flattered enough. I don't hear it enough. I can never hear it enough. But then it's when I do hear it, it's always so I get bashful, because I don't really, again, it's not that I don't think much of myself. That's not it at all. I'm just I don't really, there's really nothing special about me, because maybe my videos get a little bit separated from other people because of the location stuff, but other people do that stuff too. So anything that's inventive or unique or new. I mean, you got other clown douchebags that do what I do now, so I ain't special. I'm actually surprised. I'm actually a little surprised that there isn't like 100 channels like mine. God, that's always surprised me. I'm like, I would think that somebody would just, now, I'm not going to mention names, but you got other goofs who have copied me, but I would copy me too, and some of them did it before I did it, but they just barely did it, so I just did it more. You know what I mean? So I'm surprised people like don't go out even more. You know what really surprises me? I'm kind of shocked that there's nobody that took my idea but then did it tenfold. Like, I'm talking about tenfold. Like, they're doing like they're like, when I say tenfold, like you're putting yourself in dangerous positions where you can get shot at. I'm surprised nobody's done that yet. I've thought about some videos where it can get a little bit dicey, but it's like, to me, I'm like, dude, I'm too recognizable to do stuff like that, because then eventually I'm gonna get shot. Eventually I'm gonna get shot or shot at. I mean, I've been shot at once before. I don't want to get shot at again. So I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I that was flattered. Like, I mean, maybe I shouldn't have. I didn't know she was gonna talk about me. I mean, I didn't know what to do. Was it stop it? I won't play anymore. I'm like, when I'm done streaming, I'm gonna go watch it. I want to see what she says. So I'm gonna go watch it. I don't know about you guys. But I'm gonna go watch it. Too Tall Rob is in the building. What's up? Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it. Yeah. Blah blah blah. I hope she's not mad at me. I don't want her to get mad. I don't want anybody to get mad. I'm just, yeah. Blah blah blah. So, anyways, to give you a little bit of advice for your channel, yeah, get into the story, and upload a lot. And this goes out to anybody on who's like, if you want to make videos, make a lot of videos. Like, make a lot. You got to figure out like what's going to be your character or what's going to be your personality. You got to figure it out from there. But mainly and most importantly, talk about what you want to talk about. You know what I mean? Talk about what you want to talk about. If you want to talk about crime, talk about crime. If you want to talk about politics, talk about politics. If you want to talk about grass, talk about grass. Because what's more important than you trying to make a living off of social media is you enjoying yourself. And that's what helped me, was that I enjoyed doing that anyways. I would have never thought I would be able to make a living off of YouTube. Like, I was like, hell no. I just like doing it because that's what I like doing. I didn't get to do it enough because, you got to go to work. I don't have time to go walk into a cemetery for 3 hours. I got a job, but I would go when I get a chance. And I've always, of course, wondered about, people, and I still wonder, and about, like, I've always been more fascinated, with like the older graves of people that lived in like the, people that lived in like, I don't know, like, the late, the late 1800s going into the early 1900s. That's the period that I like, like the period like after the Civil War, when you start developing like the steam engine, the light bulb is invented, motion picture, the Model T's coming out, and people like, there's horses all around the streets, but then you see a car coming down at you. This girl, when I was in Charleston, South Carolina, this girl had a very nice looking grave statue, and I think she died in like 1916. She died in a car accident. I was like, wow, you died over 100 years ago in a car accident. I think she died in like 1915. It was so, I was like, and then I found the newspaper clip where yeah, they said that she was in New York City, and the car was driving, and she got, because back in those days, I want to say that a seatbelt it didn't come factory standard. You had to order the part. So some people just didn't have a seatbelt. And she got thrown from the car and she hit her head and she died from a fractured skull. I mean, when I see those kinds of graves, I'm just like, man, she was young too. I think she was 18, 19, 20. And, automobiles have not been made for longer than 3 years. And when they're driving this car, there's still horses on the street. And then, it's like with any invention in modern society, you make the rules up as they go to what am I saying? You make the rules up as you go to adapt to your surrounding environment. So, there was all kinds of weird rules with cars. Like there was like some towns, like you couldn't drive a car like in the daytime. Like you can only drive a car after like 7 p.m. It was all kinds of weird rules like that. So each town had their own rules or laws. And then this girl, just graduated college and she's with her boyfriend or whatever, and he's going fast. They estimated in the article that the car was going about 45 miles an hour, which the first mass-produced manufactured cars, that was their top speed, was about 45 miles an hour. That's all you were going. And, I've always found those kinds of stories fascinating. And also, grim stories. Just crazy ways people have died. Crazy stories about people and why they kill, or the methods that they have used to kill. Executions, just stuff like that. Just not going too far into history. I mean, I do like history, but history's not my passion. But I'm not a historian, and but I do like history, and I do like it more when I'm at the location versus just reading it if I'm 5,000 miles away. One day, hopefully, I get to go to Europe. I'd like to see, Poland. Where did the German army advance when they came to Poland? Like, where did they finally break through? I want to see some kind of evidence of, an atrocity that happened. It's more interesting to me when I'm there versus, reading about it or having somebody on YouTube show me, because I don't really care about them. I care about what I see with my own eyes. I don't know, that's how I've always been. Tito Torres with the $4.99. Would you remake a video about that Area 51 worker? He talked about the aliens on the Orion's belt. I don't even know if he's still alive. Because then I would have to talk to somebody that I used to be friends with. That ain't gonna happen. Yeah, that whole story gets more involved than what anybody knows. It's kind of it's a very fascinating story. It's a very boring story, but yeah, the person that I was friends with, that, yeah, blah blah blah, I'm no longer friends with them, and I will never speak to them ever again. So that story is probably just going to stay where it lies. But I will say this: I will do more UFO related videos on my channel as time goes on. I I had one in Texas to do, but I won't be going that far down south. So I know I haven't done many UFO related videos. I don't think I've done one in the last 2 years. And I know I should have done one when I was in Ohio about the Air Force Base where reportedly after the Roswell weather balloon crash, they moved the wreckage over to, was it Patton Air Force Base? Or not Patton, but what was it called? Something in Dayton. And me and excuse me, me and Mobile Instinct, we have a video about that very subject, waiting on him to make moves. But yeah, we gotta really, we got 2 really cool videos related to the UFO topic to do. So again, it's, you know, it ain't me. I'll go anywhere I want, whenever I want. It's, you know, he's got a life and stuff outside of YouTube. I don't have a life, so my life is pretty much what I put out there for you guys. So if I ever make my way up to Oregon, I got you know, the Phil Spector, what's his name, the guy who said that he got into a gunfight with some aliens. Yeah, gotta go do his story for sure. What's his name? Phil, I keep forgetting his name. Yeah, I gotta go do that video. I might do a video in Los Angeles. I might take video from somebody else and repurpose it into my channel, or I might have to ask him to redo something. So we might do something there. Area 51, that's kind of boring. Nothing really happens at that gate. If you go on YouTube and everyone starts showing the gate where you got the guys in the white truck on the hill, that's boring. That's boring. Nothing happens right there. Everything that happens is like 90 miles north of the second gate, straight up north. That's where all the, that's not Area 51. I think Area 51 is like 40, I forgot what he said. It's like 40 miles north of the back gate. And then it's either 90 miles from that gate or it's 90 miles from Area 51 straight north is supposedly, and again, this is just hearsay, but that is where there is an ultra secret base, ultra secret, where it's built, it's like built, and this is all hearsay, that it's built in the ground, like in the mountain, like in the mountain, and it goes down into the ground. Is that true? I don't know. I will say this, the technology that would be required to build something like that doesn't exist as far as we know it. But I think there's all kinds of technology that they're currently testing that doesn't come from this planet. I don't know. I've always used the microwave as a case point. How the hell did we come up with a microwave and a laser, but more so less a microwave? I don't know what year a microwave came out. What was it, the late 50s? What? A microwave, huh? A microwave? What's a microwave? Oh, well, you see, there's this little box and you put something frozen like a TV dinner, turn it on, and in 3 minutes, it's done. Really, 3 minutes? Because before, with the oven, with conventional heat or convection heat, whatever word that is, it would take 25 to 30, 35, 40 minutes. But with this microwave, it takes like, really? How did we invent this? Another one, television. How do we send a signal? How am I talking right now and you guys are listening to me and you're watching me live on a little tiny phone? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. We invent. I mean, listen. Call me crazy. I personally believe that. Yeah, you call me crazy. I think aliens gave us technology. I just, I just don't believe that man came up with this stuff by itself. I just don't believe it. I don't believe, especially at, it seems that technology has rapidly advanced right after World War II. Rapidly. World War II, guys, mind you, okay, just put this in context. We did not, as far as I know, and again, guys, I'm not a historian. Whatever I've read or looked at or heard online, I don't study it. I kind of goes in one ear and it kind of fades out the other. We did not have the jet engine in use during World War II. The jet engine was being figured out by the Germans, but I don't know if they actually had a jet engine plane. I know they were very close. I literally know they were very close to having a jet engine plane, which if they would have, some people say if Germany had literally maybe 3 months, we would all be speaking German right now. If they would have had, can you imagine? Can you absolutely imagine if not only the Germans would have developed the jet engine and were able to build it and use it and put it into use with their planes along with nuclear capabilities? Are you kidding me? If they would have got an atomic bomb, they would have dropped it on London. That would have been it. That would have been it. Jet engine carrying a bomb to New York City, we're through. That's it. We're through. You drop an atomic bomb, and mind you, those bombs were not going to be as big as the one that was dropped in Japan. But you drop one in New York City, 300,000 people are going to be dead in a matter of 5 seconds. And the fallout afterwards, in the weeks and the months, and people are going to be dropping. That's it. You've destroyed the nation. You bomb New York, that's it. That's all you need. We surrender. So because they didn't put that into use, we were able to win the war by this much. And I went on some soliloquy. I can't figure out what was the point of me even talking about that. German bombs, jet engines. Oh, technology. Now I know that we had jet engines during the Korean War. I know that we jet engines by then, in 1951, 1952. We definitely had them then, as far as I know. So how did we go? Think about this before you go to sleep tonight. How did we go from just incorporating jet engines into the Korean War, and all of a sudden 20 years later we're flying to the moon? Are you what? Flying to the moon, huh? Wow, okay. Flying to the moon. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know during World War II, I don't know what the fastest plane. Let me Google that. Let me Google that. What's this car doing? I'm watching you, car. Keep driving, car. Keep driving. Okay, what was the fastest plane during World War II? The ME-163 Comet was the fastest. It was the first aircraft to surpass 1,000 kilometers per hour. So 1,000 kilometers per hour. Okay, so that was during World War II? So 1,000 kilometers an hour. So that would be 500. What is that? Like Like 550 miles an hour, 500, 575, 600 miles an hour? Really? 700 miles an hour. Okay, so I was wrong. So they had jet engines during World War II. I didn't know that. I knew that during the Korean War they had them. Okay. But so they were in use, or was it a prototype plane? Okay, see that's what see again, guys. I'm not a World War II buff, so this is stuff that I'm learning on the fly. So now I know, supposedly, but I got to read more into that article. Was this plane? I don't believe it. Actually, I don't believe it. I don't believe it was in use. I believe it was the prototype. I don't believe it's seen action. They're like, oh, it's seen action in the world. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Sorry, it's not. It doesn't work with me. Prima Aubrey. Here, Prima. Kale texted you the link. Don't roast me too badly. Oh no, I didn't. I know I'm behind in the comments. No, I am flattered also. And like I told you earlier, yeah, just get to the story. Get to the story, and yeah, blah blah blah. Oh, you made me blush. You made me blush. Irons 11 with the $4.99 pound, which is in American dollars. It is what is it? $6. Are you ever gonna go make it back to Skidmore for the Bobby Joe Stinnett story? I already did it. I did that. I put that video out about almost 2 months ago. It's if you go on my channel, it's the thumbnail says they created me. How could a little girl grow up to be a monster or something like that? I'm disappointed in that video because I didn't go to the house where the murder was committed, only because there was this creepy guy that gave me the weirdest look as I drove by. And Skidmore is a very weird town. Like, you can't just walk there because there's only like 400 people that live there. So if they see you and they don't recognize you and you're just walking around, especially if you have a camera, they know what you're doing, and they don't like outsiders. Like, those towns, they do not like anybody going there, filming stuff. No, hell no. They if they can, they'll run you out of town quicker than instant grits. There is one more video having to do with Skidmore that I gotta go do. I was get this. I was in Kansas City about 2 weeks ago, and I don't know, you ladies in the audience, you ladies, and gay guys, ladies and gay guys. If you don't know, there's a guy on TikTok. I don't know his name. I've seen his TikTok before. This guy is in incredible super shape. Like, he's got a very nice body. Black dude, young, maybe 30, mid 30s. He's incarcerated in Nebraska, right? And a friend of mine texted me their TikTok, and they're like, you ever heard of this guy? And I said, I've seen his TikTok before, but I never really looked him up. And they said, like, well, he's incarcerated for murder. And then I looked it up, and I think the murder occurred in Lincoln. And at that time, I think I was about 180 miles away. And for a minute, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about, but it was too cold. It wasn't too cold where I couldn't go there, because technically, there's really no weather that's too cold for me to go to. But do I really want to hang out in weather where it's going to be 15 in the daytime? No, I don't want to do that. So, why did I bring that up? Oh, Skidmore, because Irons 11. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was going to go up there, and I didn't. But I would have gone up there for that. So, I will be going up there to do that story about this TikTok guy who killed somebody, which, I don't know what the I read the story really quickly. I don't know what the premise of the murder. I don't know if it was gang related or what. I have no idea. So I don't know. Somebody lied and said Guinness is a tasty beer. I guess. I drink Jack Daniels. Our main beer is called VB, Victorian Britter. What? Victorian who? Mario Kaczynski, Yangling is pretty much the only beer I drink. Dude, Yangling is the best beer this country makes. Dude, Yangling is the best beer. That is, Yangling is damn near my favorite beer. Okay, so what's this guy doing? So now we got a car pulling up. What's this guy doing? Is it a trucker? Is it a fan? Is it the Prima girl, the Facebook Prima? Is that you? Did you just roll up on me? Hello, Lamont. I told you I wasn't a stalker, but I don't know. Go to Paris, Texas, and see the 1/10 scale version of the Eiffel Tower. I don't think I'll be going to Paris, Texas for quite some time. I do have a story to do there, either a story or to add a story to a Faces in Death video. But yeah, there's definitely a story there. Paris, Texas ain't that far from where I'm going to be at next week. We'll see. I don't know. We will see. Amy Winehouse, yeah, sure, for views. I mean, I'm not, you know, I believe there's a lot more stories I would be more interested in doing other than her. But, you know, she was a good singer. She just had a very troubled history of alcohol and drug abuse. The grave of the British celebrity that I want to see the most is George Michael, because I like George Michael's music. I think he's a very good singer, or he was a very good singer. I want to see George Michael's grave. I want to see Benny Hill. Who else? That's all I could think of. I'm sure there's other British people that are. Pete Burns. Is that his name from Dead or Alive? Yeah, I want to do that video. Dead or Alive was such a weird band. Like, they could have been as big as Culture Club, but I don't know what happened. Their music was almost as good as Culture Club's. It wasn't as poppy, but like their first album was pretty good. I don't know what happened to them. I got your private number, baby. So, blah blah blah. But we'll see if I can make it over there. We will see, for sure. Jimmy Casino. Speaking of Jimmy, what's up, man? Jimmy Carter. Oh, God, did you see the pictures of him when they wheeled him out to his wife's funeral? Oh my God, that man looks so frail. I was shocked. Oh, geez, like it's so amazing, and I noticed this. Like, you know, we'll notice this as people when it comes to celebrities. You know, when celebrities get old, right? They, you know, let's say they get, you know, old into their 80s. It's such a quick. Sometimes it doesn't happen with everybody. It doesn't happen with everybody. But some celebrities, it's like they're a certain age, and then one day they're on a talk show, and 2 years later, they lose 20 pounds, their skin becomes translucent, and they got a blanket over their knees, keeping themselves warm. It's the aging process can sometimes be a very, it could be a very cruel thing. I know that word might be a little bit harsh. It just depends on your health. Aging can be cruel sometimes. And when I say cruel, I mean in the certain instances that your health fails, but you lived a long life, and then you start going to your friends' funerals, and yeah, I mean, Jimmy Carter's been in hospice for a year now, and then his wife went so quick. It was like, yeah, she's in hospice, and then 2 days later she's dead. And then I think the funerals, and they had the funeral for her. I didn't read too much about what happened, but I know that people were getting on Melania Trump because of the colored dress that she wore, because she didn't wear a black dress. So everyone's like, oh my God, you witch, you wore blue, how dare you? Listen, certain people are going to, when it comes to that, I don't think Donald Trump went. I don't think he was invited. But I personally don't think he cared to even go. I don't think Donald Trump really cares. I get the impression with him is that he cares what people think for about 1.4 nanoseconds. After that, he doesn't. He goes on the offensive. You could not have Donald Trump going to her funeral, excuse me, because then he's going to upstage everybody, and you can't win with Donald. Like, you cannot win. You can't win. You can't do anything correctly. Well, depending on the side of the aisle. And, he would have taken all of the oxygen out of the room, and everyone would have said, oh my God, did you see the tips of his shoes? So, and I'm pretty sure mutually on both sides, the Carters didn't want him to come, and he can care less. And besides, listen, guys, Jimmy Carter was a crap president. Let's not forget. I know Jimmy Carter, he was doing the whole humanitarian thing for the last 30 years of it. Dude, Jimmy Carter was the do-nothing president. He was the bum president, and no disrespect to him or his wife, but Jimmy Carter was a nothing. He's just a nothing burger. It's a nothing president. Nobody remembers Jimmy Carter for doing anything during his presidency, because nothing happened. I mean, wasn't he the president when the economy was crap, and then when Reagan came in, he righted the ship? I mean, it's just, that's what it is. He was a one-term president, and he did nothing. That's it. But no disrespect, he was still a president, and I still respect the presidency in the office. But I mean, I don't know. And again, I'm not a historian. I remember from what I know about him, he was a do-nothing president. So he seems to have done more out of the office in terms of him, visiting certain dignitaries, or foreign leaders when he wasn't the president versus when he was the president. But hey, what do I know? Who knows? Who knows? I have no idea. But something that I was going to make a video on, and I didn't. I got lazy. Derek Chauvin, he got stabbed a lot, which 22 times, it's not, 22 times, it's not like he's getting stabbed with a butcher knife. It's not like, Michael Myers, it ain't like that. But it's still getting stabbed 22 times. So, I think when I read the story, he was in stable condition. And then the guy who stabbed him, very weird. This guy was going to get out of prison in the next 4 years. He was scheduled to be released, 2027 or something? And he decided that the story is, which I don't believe the story, it could be true, I just didn't believe it, that he stabbed George. This makes no sense. He stabbed George Floyd on Black Friday to signify. When I read things like that, I just ignore them. It's like, shut up, dude. Shut up. Black Friday has nothing to do with George Floyd and all that stuff. It just doesn't. But then you'll get certain people that will say, oh, well, you know where the term Black Friday comes from, right? And you'll say, no, I don't. Where does the term Black Friday come from? And they'll say, well, when they would sell slaves, they would sell them on Friday and they would call it Black Friday. And I'm like, well, I don't deny that. I just can't confirm because I never looked it up. So I don't know where Black Friday came from. So you'll have some people saying that. So I don't know. I would rather. Oh, there's the cat again. He's looking for food. All right, so I gotta feed this cat. I got a can of cat food. Oh, it's a different cat. Where's the can of cat food? Hang on, guys. We'll come back to the story in a minute. So this cat's just like, where is my? Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. God, there's like stuff everywhere. Hold on. I do have a can of cat food. All right, hold on. I had it like right here, like where my seat is. How do I even like? Should I just open it up and leave it outside and hopefully they see it? Yeah. I'll do it when I'm done streaming. I always carry cat food for the kitties. For the kitties. Kel61 with the Aussie 10. Go get a hot coffee. Lamar, love your channel. Your videos are so interesting. Love your content. A fan from Australia. Well, thank you very much, Kel61. That $10 is going to me. It ain't going to what's his face. It's going straight to me. I'm going to put that $10 in my pocket. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. That's right. I'm going to take that money. Yeah. That's right. I'm behind on the chat. Are you guys saying take her on a date? You're a blooming gorgeous. Your voice is amazing. Oh, stop it, Cornish fudge. You're embarrassing me. No, it's only from the nose hairs up. You know what I need to do? I kid you not. You know what I really, really, really want to do? I kid you not. This is what I would like to do. I love traveling, right? I do. But you know what I would love to do? I wish I could force myself to stay in an area for 6 months. If I could force myself, and trust me, the thought of it makes me ill. If I could force myself to stay in Los Angeles for 6 months, I wish I could do that. Not for YouTube, just to chill out and just to see how my life would be if I stayed in a city. And of course I would choose Los Angeles because the weather, and also because I would have endless content. Like I would have endless content. But for me to do that, I would have to rent an apartment. I don't want to live in my van in LA. I don't want to. As a matter of fact, when I get out to LA, I don't know how long I'm going to stay there for. I'm guessing, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm guessing I'm going to be in Los Angeles for at least 2 weeks, maybe probably 3. And then I'll probably go out of LA, maybe to the Inland Empire, which is the next county over San Bernardino County, Riverside, Fontana, all that area, maybe down to San Diego. I'm guessing I'll be in California for at least 6 weeks. And then just just like I always do, then I'm going to go into Nevada, then I'm going to go down into Las Vegas, and then I'm going to look at a map and I'm going to say, do I really want to go back to LA? And the answer is going to be no. And then I'm just going to head down to Arizona. I'm going to go down to Tucson. And from Tucson, I'm just going to head east back to Texas. And then from Texas, either I'll start getting my rig together, or maybe I don't know, maybe I'll just say, you know what, from here on out, I'll just fly over to wherever. I don't know. I don't have any plans after March. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what to do. So. Only time will tell. But, if I end up getting to LA before Christmas, which is the plan, barring international travel, I wouldn't mind if I could put up with it staying in LA for 6 months. But I just, it's just the thought of just, what really bothered me. So last time I was in LA, I had got a hotel. So I was, I rented a car. I flew out there. It was such a freaking relief to be in LA and not have to go to an establishment, to just sit and research a story or take notes. I didn't realize until I was in Los Angeles, you can't go anywhere in LA without somebody mentally ill, or a homeless person, or a drug addict, or a bum, or a disturbed person, or a psycho, or a serial killer, or a rapist. Anybody coming into a place and making you feel uncomfortable. And you know what's so funny? As a kid growing up in LA, I was used to that. That was normal to me. Well, now it's not normal, and I don't like it. So when I go to Los Angeles, because it's only gotten worse. The last time I lived in LA, that I was in my van and I stayed there for a while, the last time I think was, what was it, 2012? I stayed in LA in my van for like a year and a half, and there was no YouTube then. I was unemployed, just getting unemployment. I wish I could have done YouTube then. That would have been great. I would have had a 10-year start on everybody. I would have had like 5 million subscribers. Not 5 million, probably 1.5 million or something. But just, listen, the thought now of me going out there in my van, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of dreading it. Now I could park in front of my grandma's house. I mean, she told me I could. She's like, why don't you just park outside? I can't. Her neighborhood's too quiet. It's annoying. No, so what I might do, and no, I take that back. It's not what I might do. I am going to do it. So the hotel that I stayed at last time I was there, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the manager. I'm like, listen, I stayed here last time. I really like this place. It's gonna be my go-to. But hey, can I just pay you X amount of dollars a month and park my car and sleep in your parking lot? I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him. I was like, dude, how much do you want? How much do you want? I legit, guys. I'm gonna do this, and I might even make a vlog about it. I am going to tell him, listen, my van doesn't leak. I'm not gonna do anything weird or disgusting. I'm not gonna be peeing in your bushes. Listen, this is my YouTube channel. This is who I am. I'm not a bum. I'm not a weirdo. Some people might disagree. Listen, I don't want to pay $1,000 a week to stay here, right? Because that's how much it would cost. Not $1,000 a week. I think it was like Actually, that place, I'm not gonna lie, that place is cool. Like I'm not telling anybody where I stayed at because that is my spot. It looks like a dump on the outside, and it's actually really clean on the inside. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see roaches. I didn't bed bugs. Nothing. I think it was $90 a day. I said, "Hot damn!" I said, "This place is nice." And you know, Mobile Instinct crashed there for a few nights. It was cool. It's like it was almost like a junior one bedroom. I'm just kidding. No, we both spooned in the same bed and fell asleep in each other's arms. And no, that's a joke, by the way. Just letting you guys know. That place is cool, and it's centrally located. That's what I liked about it. It was centrally located. I'm like, this is a cool spot. Now, will I just break down and just get the same spot? I might, because I'm not looking forward to sleeping in my van out there. I mean, now, granted, guys, I already got plenty of spots where I can park where I'm good, like, you know. But it's like, do I really want to deal with the whole shower thing, the gym thing, the overcrowded thing? I really don't want to. So I will be looking for other options other than sleeping in my van. It's not mandatory. It's not imperative. It's not important. But I will be looking at like renting a room. I really don't want to rent a room. I'd rather just sleep in my van. I will be looking at subleasing. Yeah, no, I will. Oh, the cat. The kitty. Anyways, I've been streaming for 3 hours. Did I get the email that you sent? I will. I will. So, that is true. Life is very fragile. That's right. Louisiana boy from tuning in from Texas. Oh, you're from Louisiana, now you're in Texas. What's up? Mia, not Colleen's daughter. Yes, Wright Air Force Base. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Would you do abandoned places videos? That's not my thing, but I've done one video, I think, abandoned place. I did one. It was cool. I mean, it's just not my content. People don't really want to, people, when they come to my channel, they want to see cemeteries. That's ultimately what they want to see. They want to see cemeteries. They don't want to see anything else, really. And then, however, as the new year kicks in, I don't know, because I've been doing like less cemetery videos like for like the last 18 months, I think. I don't think I do a lot of cemetery videos, so I might get back into that. But I also might get back more into like doing videos that are not related at all. I mean, at least once or twice a month, there will be 2 videos that have absolutely nothing to do with what I normally do, and people won't like them. They won't watch them. That's fine. They'll still be up. And then we'll just take it from there. Abandoned places. I have abandoned places in my notebook because murders happen there. And then there's other abandoned places that I have that no murders happen, but it's an interesting story of what happened to this place. And it's very difficult to do a video about an abandoned place that hasn't been done. So any video that I've done or that I would do that's abandoned, someone's already did it. So, I would be looking more into like, if it's abandoned, probably for this channel where it's like, abandoned and it was, abandoned house for rent. I don't know. Catherine, what's going on? How are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? So anyways, all right, guys, I am done. My voice hurts. I can't, if I talk anymore, my voice is going to, yeah, I've been talking for 3 hours. Yeah, 'cause my voice is starting to crack. All right, guys. I'll probably go live again either next week or the week after. I think that's about it. I am going to sleep. Tomorrow when I wake up, I got a video to do. I got one video to do here. Then I'm going to drive south. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna. I'm very, very excited, guys. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I got a special invite, so I'm meeting them Monday. About Monday. Hopefully, hopefully it doesn't fall through. I got a special invite. That's all I'm gonna say. Very stoked. I don't know when the hell that video is gonna come out. It's gonna be a long time for that video comes out. I'm gonna do the video next week. It'll probably be out in about. It's gonna be about 3 months. I'll probably put it out. I'll put it out in like March. It's like I'm stoked. Like it's gonna be. I mean, listen. I'm not trying to overdo this video. It's going to be super interesting, and I hope that I get to do more videos like that. Who knows, you know? But I'm meeting up with somebody, and they reached out to me and they said, "Hey, man, come on down." I said, "Cool." And I talked to them. When was it? I talked to them in August. Or was it was like July or August. I damn near when they told me, I damn near drove like 600 miles. But I you know, it's just like but then I didn't have to do that because they're like, nah, there's like whenever you get down, you know, let us know. And I'm like, all right, cool. So there's that. I'm gonna put up Inmate X. I'm gonna put up his little story in the next week or so. I interviewed there's gonna be like one interview definitely going, like there's gonna be two on Lamont at Large in the next month or two. The interviews, I don't want to put out too many. Like I'm thinking maybe one a month, like one interview a month. Like like if I do an interview and I'm like, yeah, this is really cool. Now, if I find people that have like committed a murder and they want to talk about it, yeah, I'll put those up like regularly. But those, like, I'm not actively looking for people that have committed crimes to interview in person. However, I will say this: I am actively, and I don't want to let it out because we got spies and you know, so they don't need to be knowing what I'm doing behind the scenes. But I am actively, and no, I'm not actively. I'm wanting to, because guys, I'm by myself. Like it's very difficult to try to line things up. But I have a really cool idea that I've thought about for like the last 6 months, but I've never really did it yet. But my idea is like, basically there are interviews, but they're interviews with a, you know, I guess with a twist or with a story behind them. Like I do want to make interviews a regular part of my channel, but they got to be a certain type of person, and I don't want to do anything unless they're in prison and I can't do it in person. Other than that, if anybody that I interview has to be in person. I don't want to interview anybody on Skype or Zoom or what, or StreamYards. Has to be in person. Has to be in person. Has to be. I prefer at the scene of the crime. And again, difficult to get a hold of these people. It's difficult. I will say this: I do have an interview kind of sort of lined up. You know, he wants to be paid, which I'm fine with paying. You know, I'll pay him. I don't want to pay him, but we got to work out some details. He has an interesting story. He wants to get paid. I don't want to pay him what he wants, but I'll probably do it that one time just to see how it goes, just to see if people will respond to what happened. And from there, if it gets good views, I'll look for more people like that who they want to talk, they want to tell their story. And those kinds of videos, they do work with my channel. You know, not everything needs to be a cemetery sometimes it could just be like something happened to me and it was weird and this is what happened. And as long as I can verify it, as long as there's an article or a trail or something where I can kind of corroborate what you're telling me, hell yeah, I want to meet you. I want to talk to you. I want, just like the cartel interview, just like that. Tell me your story. Oh yeah, I used to work for a cartel. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't believe you. How do I know you work for? Well, he showed me, he showed me proof that you work for a cartel. So stories like that, yeah, for sure. Looking for people that want to, that just want to talk. And over the course of the next year or two, you'll see more, more interviews. And again, they might not be anything special. I might just, one day I'm just like, all right, let me put up this guy's interview. It wasn't a special interview, but hey, somebody might, 5 minutes. Hey man, where are you from? Why are you out here? What are you doing? Like, you been in jail or? Yeah, just, yeah, for sure. And I'm telling you, yeah, some of these people that, I've had interviews with people. They're not even up on my channel, and I'm like, it's just, I'm not a good interviewer, but I can be a good one if I do enough of them and I find my cadence. Excuse me. Find my cadence. I don't want to ask cringy questions. I don't want to be that dude, that person, but I just, I don't know. Like, are my interviews relaxing? Am I asking tough, weird questions? What is Lamont at Large like? Why am I interviewing this person? I don't know. Like, I got to figure that part out. Excuse me. Yeah, my throat's getting dry because I've been yapping. This kid that I interviewed from Alabama, man, that kid was so funny. There was nothing special about the interview, but I kind of think about that kid from time to time because he was only like, what was he, like 19, 20? And I'm like, I wonder whatever happened to him because, like, he had already been locked up and, like, listen, I ain't gonna lie, he's probably in prison. And I'm just like, damn, dude, this kid, like, he doesn't even realize, like, dude, like, you could do whatever the hell you want. Like he was like, yeah, like, he was telling me that him and his mom and like 6 of his family members, they're living in a hotel room. And I said, why are you guys living in a hotel room? He's like, things are all messed up. And I'm just like, man, get the hell out of there. And this was off camera. And he goes, and go where? I said, bro, you can go anywhere. Dude, you're 19, 20 years old, dude. Like, bro, I said, go on Facebook, go look for a carnival job. Go hook up with them. Get the hell out of here. Like your mom's smoking meth. You don't know where your dad's at. Your grandpa's there. Dude, it was all bad. And I'm just like, damn. Like, I think he had told me that he did some time like in a juvenile prison or something like that. He was already institutionalized. I mean, kids like that, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? What do you do with that? I don't know. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will catch up with you later. Peace out.